my dear Taurus. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of May with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And as the birthday child, you are first out to read for this month. So happy birthday to you, Taurus, and have a really beautiful birthday month. I am reading in the order of the signs. After you, I'm reading in the order of the signs that show the channel most appreciation in the April love reading by liking, commenting, subscribing, becoming members, donating, and watching the ads. So thank you, Taurus, for all the love and engagement. And if you want to help out the channel without watching ads, you can become an extended member to the channel and get these readings ahead of time and ads free. And I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check this out through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. This will be a love reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. And the reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this side is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for April, because that is the actual energy right now, and this will be the prediction for May. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. Okay, so when I open your deck here, I see the Six of Swords and the Page of Swords. So it seems like someone is working on inner child issues. We want to move on from our troublesome past into a more expansive future. So someone here feels the need to stand up for themselves, making their voice heard, or making some kind of statement, maybe with taking action. To defend themselves or to stand up for themselves or stick up for someone who needs it even. This can sometimes be a person that fights for justice for the weak. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have death together with Page of Swords in reversed. So it seems like this person had to go through a lot of challenges to come to this point. They had to really be burdened by the universe to finally find the courage to stand up for themselves. So this is someone that has been a little bit through hell and back, might also be going through their dark night of the soul. Okay, so I called the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have a Six of Cups in the reverse with the Page of Swords in the upright position. So this person also, they probably feel that they want and need certain people in their life, but they don't want to submit themselves or subordinate themselves to say I'm sorry or try to fix the relationship, because they are trying to stand tall. They are trying to stand up for themselves and change this old dynamic that also the universe seems to want to change with the Death card that came through. Okay, so 6 elements, and here I have 7 of Pentacles with the Page of Swords in the reverse. So it might be that you're waiting for a person to reconcile with you, or you're waiting for someone to come and say that they're sorry. This is going to take time because this person is in the midst of doing revolution, and maybe unfairly so. You are also a part of what the person is making revolution towards. Even I often see the necessity to do a revolution towards the people that caused the pain from the beginning. Maybe not people just being in your life. For example, when people go through this kind of revolutionary too late adolescence stage, in the beginning they often, for example, they become angry and put a lot of boundaries towards, for example, their children or their wife or their husband, instead of towards the people at work that's bullying them. So you might have been a little bit of victim of that, or you might have been the one doing that. So someone is waiting for someone's revolution to be over so that there can be some kind of reconciliation. But at this point, it hasn't happened just yet, because the person is still working through this and maybe not doing all that progress that they need to make to be able to come back maybe to you in a way that could be more sincere. Or if you are not separated, it can be that they can't behave properly right now. It will take time before they can play nice again, because right now they are in the midst of learning this with standing up for themselves, saying no, refusing to do things like teenagers. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading. Also, this person is having maybe a little bit over excessive boundaries. We can see it's the little frowny face there. Okay, so, and it might apply to you as well. Maybe your boundaries has become a little bit overprotective, but it's how it has to happen, because first we might be agreeing to a lot of things or swallowing a lot of bullshit because we want to be in a certain relationship. And we put up with a lot of things, put up with them, but then we don't put up with it anymore, and the pendulum has swung to the other side, and we might say no to everything at this point. And then we might flip back to being too nice, too rebellious, too nice, too rebellious, too nice, and eventually we'll find some balance in the middle. And that's when we have gone through it and we have become a grown-up in this aspect. In the beginning it will be big shifts or big changes in a person's personality before they have really digested this new personality trait and become the person that they needed to become. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you, Taurus, and to the person most on your mind during May here. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a 6 of Swords in the reversed. So it seems like in this revolution, this person or you are trying to move away from certain relationships or situations in the past, not doing very well with that. 6 of Swords is a little bit like we're trying to solve it, but either we don't have the engine to actually continue moving on, or we constantly look back or relive the past, and we can't really let go of a person or a situation, or in some cases you're not even supposed to. 6 of Swords is also connected to the Lover's card, so it's about relationships. And here we have the old bottom of the deck, which is the 5 of Cups. The reason to why we did revolution in the first place was because our relationships and our different situations in life was disappointing. We didn't see the value of them. We just saw what was wrong with them, and we did the revolution so we could end the difficulties. But the 6 of Swords here being in the reversed and the 2 of Cups still standing might again indicate that there's something left in these relationships. Don't throw out the baby with the bath water. Okay. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. And this is your feelings for them, the bond between you two. So they will see if there's any support for the 6 of Swords there and the 2 of Cups still standing. This is their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, and the outcome for May, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here. And we have a Queen of Wands in the reversed. So I'm feeling the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is the person that have to deal with the revolutionary person. This, she or he might have done some revolution themselves, but maybe on a little bit higher level. It's a queen after all. The page is a child. This is a grown-up person, so a little bit more mature. It seems like the divine is judging you a little bit for how harsh you might have been towards certain people. Don't take this to heart too much. Stand on your own side. It's just, there's different degrees in hell. It's different how much you need to hate the person, or how much you need to, like how far a distance you need to put between yourself and another person. And only you know what's right. But it's just encouraging you to take a look at yourself and see if you can, you know, forgive yourself a little bit more for not protecting yourself in these situations, because usually it's not so much about that we actually hate the other person or really angry with the other person. It's often that we feel helpless or out of control. And the more you can take care of yourself, stand on your side and be aware of what you like and what you don't like, what kind of behavior you can accept, what kind of behavior you can't accept, the more you can trust yourself and the less mad you have to be, okay? And when you mature and when you are more on your side, backing yourself up, the more you will be able to forgive. So if you feel very unforgiving at this point, it's just because you haven't given yourself enough support. You haven't protected yourself good enough. So that's where the anger comes. When we are better to take care of ourselves, we become very healed, calm, peaceful, mature, like a ascended master, and then we are not so angry or aggressive or unforgiving. Okay, and this is what's on your mind with the person. So it seems like you think it's a hopeless person. They just destroy things for the fun of it. They are just being self-destructive or destroying your relationship or destroying everything that you try to build together with this person. And it's like they just can't be nice. It's just, even if you are nice and presenting a good option for them, they still have to tell how bad it is or how bad you are, or how little they want to accept your offer, or how little they care about you, or whatever you have tried to accomplish here. So it definitely sounds a little bit like a teenager making revolution towards their mom. But in many cases, this might actually be your parent, or your husband or wife, your best friend, or the boss at work, or someone else that you feel is acting very juvenile. With the Tower in the reverse, this probably doesn't affect you as much anymore, because with the anger here, you might have put some distance between you two. Here you're falling also, but up this time. I think you have done some kind of action to prevent this person from having such a big importance in your life. So therefore the Tower is in the reverse, so it doesn't have the same like gruesome effect. It's a milder form when it comes in the reverse. It's more like, it's unpleasant, but what do I care? Because I'm so angry with this person anyway, so I don't want them, I don't need them. Okay, I'm hearing a song. It's not so encouraging for you being really angry. So I walk out the door. Someone is singing like very angry, but sweet angry, not really angry. So I walk out the door, and you be down on your knees, and you will be begging me, please. Tower of Strength. So you are not a Tower of Strength. Okay, that can explain the Six of Swords in reverse as well. So your madness here, that you're angry, it's because you don't have a really good Tower of Strength as well. It's not only that you have been able to, with the anger, actually, anger is better. It's a higher frequency than depression. So it's higher frequency than the, for example, Five of Cups. So if you were like constantly disappointed, feeling victimized, this is better. Being angry frequency higher, okay? But the Tower of Strength, you'll never be, apparently. So your anger is protecting you and helping you to be the Tower of Strength. So that's why you maybe have to be pissed off with this person at this point, because in other case you might forgive them and invite them in again, and become codependent. You remember the pendulum, so angry, codependent in this case. Okay, so we'll see what the other person, what's on their mind. 10 of Wands. Okay, this is a person that they feel very burdened by life and their different situations. They're trying to live up to other people's expectations, and they're probably not doing particularly good job. They probably feel a lot of criticism from other people. You should work harder, do it faster, carry more, or come home in time, or do what you promised, or it can also be a person having a little bit problem with holding back their natural expression. So sometimes this can be a person that also have anger issues, or it can be a person that just can't help themselves, but they're trying to avoid like a negative behavior, let's say a drinking problem, drug problem, like a sexual problem. We just need to go out and have intercourse with someone, and we know that this is not good for us, or it's not healthy, or by doing so we are unfaithful, or whatever it is. But the person is trying to hold back like their natural expression, but then it comes out much like a volcano. This is like how we try to press down the volcano, and this is how it comes up anyway. So I'm thinking a person is trying to behave, or they were trying to behave in ways that were pleasing to you, but then kind of their shadow side, it backfired, and they did something stupid again. So trying to behave, but not being authentic, because we haven't figured out, we haven't integrated our shadow, so it comes anyway. Because as long as we oppress certain parts of us, we don't deal with it, we just oppress it, we just sweep it underneath the carpet, pretend it's not there, we're not putting active work into it, then it will overtake our lives. When we least expect it, we will feel the hunger, or we just become unconscious almost, and like we're walking through our life not being aware really what we are doing, and our shadow acts for us. So this person is trying to be good, but they are not succeeding because they haven't worked through their shadow. So why do I need to take that drink? Why do I need to become angry at the people, my family, the people I love the most, when I'm not angry with them at all? Or why do I have to cheat again? Or why did I have to do that or this? So we need to put work into it, and maybe hire a really good therapist, or do a lot of exercises, figuring out why am I acting like this? How can I help myself? How can I give myself the support I need, so that love can come to me in other ways than through that extra drink that we never should have had. So I'm seeing this person being disappointed with themselves, but also feeling hopeless, not being able to live up to your expectations, and maybe a little bit hating your expectations as well, and feeling overburdened. So both of you have your reasons to be the Page of Swords doing a revolution. You make revolution towards people that's not helpful. They make revolution towards people that always tell them what to do. So I'm thinking both of you are a little bit like you have childhood issues. Your inner child hasn't been loved properly, and you need to become the parent to that inner child, so that you can become a mature and adult person. So this is the bond between you two, and we have a Two of Swords in the reversed. So we're really trying to ignore the other person, and we can see this here also. Your back are turned towards each other, you're facing away from each other. So both of you are probably trying to cut cords with the other person, and but I'm feeling a weakness here. It's not the Two of Swords in the upright position, where it might be more conscious, and that we're actually like trying to be adult and diplomatic and saying no because this is unhealthy. but here it's a little bit weaker. So it's the problem with not being able to be the Tower of Strength. And this person is not able to be the Tower of Strength either, but they kind of give in to themselves, is what I'm feeling. And their own like subconscious taking them over and doing a lot of unhealthy things. Let's say I can explain this to you, how the subconscious works. Let's say you and your friend is making plans. You really look forward to it. You have not seen them in a while, so you become very happy that finally they will come. But then you're overburdened with work, and the day is coming closer. You haven't been able to plan for the dinner. You haven't been able to clean the house. And then, it just happens. You become ill. Let's say you get a cold. So you need to disinvite your friend, even though it was supposed to be fun. Because your body is telling you, no, you can't do this because you are overworked and you haven't planned all these things. So I'm helping you out by getting a cold. And with this cold, you're being a little bit more worn down. You have even less time to clean the house or do whatever it was that you wanted. So it's not always very productive, the ways that your subconscious is fixing things. But if you could be able to deal with the issues in a more constructive way, for example, feel, I'm stressed out with this. I want to have my friend over, but I'm so stressed out. I don't have the time. So maybe I prioritize my friends. So I'll actually take a day off from work and I will make all the plans, because life is not always about work. It's also about our friends. Or it can be like this. You call your friend and you say, I won't have time. I will be able to clean the house, but I won't have time to make dinner. I'm sorry, it's a really busy week. I can't take a day off. Can we split? So you come with takeout food and I fix a nice environment for us. So we can do it in a conscious aware state instead of letting our subconscious help us out with something that will just feel like ending up in a swamp, like the old primordial swamp, the same place where you always end up when you don't solve your own problems. So this is your feelings towards the other person, and you feel like they are not helping. They are not doing their fair share of work. I can see that they feel like they're putting in a lot of effort, like all the effort that they have, but probably they are not so skilled in what it is that you're asking them. Maybe because their subconscious and their shadow side has a lot of control over them. If we ignore it, the more we ignore it, the more control it gets over us. It can even give us worse disease than a cold, and it can we can self-destruct our own relationships and our own success with this if we don't have a clear eye on our shadow side and our subconscious. So you think the person is not skilled and they are not helpful. So it's probably a reason why you're angry with them. Not helpful. Okay, and this is their feelings towards you. So with the King of Coins, they're trying to be a little bit stubborn here and probably refuse like all your requests or all the things that you would want from them. But it's mainly because it's like this person getting the cold because they can't... they haven't gone to the bottom of what it is that you're asking and why they can't give it to you. They haven't worked themselves through. So instead, the subconscious takes over. They self-destruct and they are not able to fulfill your request. That might be simple request. Be loyal, have my back, be my person. It can be very simple request, but this person can't do it because they have a big shadow side or a subconscious that's overtake the situation and self-destruct. So now they become stubborn towards you and your request because it's impossible. I can't live up to this. I can't. It's impossible. You see yourself. This is what happens. But the key here is, of course, they need to work through their shadow side. The shadow side isn't a bad thing. It's just things that we don't love this side of us, so we ignore it. We feel that it hurts to think about it, so we ignore it. We feel that it's pissing us off, so we ignore it. Or we want to be nice people, so we ignore when we get angry, or we ignore when we feel unjustly treated. And so everything we ignore, it comes and bites us in the behind. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes, Ace of Cups. So it's simply, it's another song, it's what I'm feeling. Say something, I'm giving up on you. So that's your behavior, you are slipping away. And I'm thinking it's the Two of Swords here also, and they're turned back. That you feel that they are not doing enough, they're not putting enough effort into the relationship. They are, but it's the wrong effort probably. And so here you're kind of fading away from them, is what I'm seeing. So not even angry anymore, just... I would say that if they don't say something, you are going to give up on them. So I'm just writing it down, so I'll put this song in the description box for you. Giving up. Okay, so now we'll see their behaviors and attitudes. And we have a page of Wands in the reverse. So they are on a road to a different place, okay, not fixing things with you, but actually even more revolting and being angry, feeling righteously angry because they feel like they have gotten impossible requests that they couldn't live up to, so you don't love them for who they are anyway, so they might as well, you know, go and live their own life, make their own happiness, because you don't want them anyway. So that's what I'm feeling with the page there. So they might do small revengeful things. It's not really revenge towards you. It's just a way to try to make themselves feel better. So it might going out partying, or like driving recklessly with their car, or when they know you don't like you know, them putting themselves in danger, or so things like this, being like reckless, foolish, and I don't care what anyone else says, I do whatever I want. So a little bit my way or the highway, but with tears, or with, I would say not tears, but you know, when you feel like you have like sadness in your throat, almost about to cry or have cried. So that kind of feeling is what I'm feeling with this person. So they do this, but they are sad in the same time, but they feel hopeless. They don't feel that they are worthy of love because of how they act, and they don't know how to solve it. So they don't have the tools, so they're not really like a person that's evil. They just don't know how to do things better. And this is the end result for May. So no reconciliation, no forgiveness, no being able to see the other person's point of view, no justice, because I think both of you have been victim to not being properly loved and supported, and this is the end result. So still you're not properly loved and supported, and the only one that can properly love you and support you is you. So you need to be the parent you never got. Both of you need to be the parent you never got for yourself. And first then, when you love yourself and are a grown-up person that's not so easily triggered by everything, then you are ready to be in a relationship with another person and actually blooming. Here, I'm not seeing that. It's more like it's a relationship being destroyed in front of my eyes here. So I'm going to see a little bit what they would want to say to you. I can't love you in the way you deserve right now, because they self-destruct and do these things, but it comes from their shadow side, that they're trying, they think that this shadow side is the enemy, and the more they fight it, the more they will be able to live up to your expectations. But it's actually the other way around. If they could admit to their weaknesses, if they could say, this is my problem, like, you know, in the AAA, you need to say, I'm a drug addict, I have this and this problem, and that's how you do it. Okay, you don't say, I never had a problem. No, then you're going to have the problem forever. So they can't live up to your expectations because they don't know how to deal with the issue. They think the issue is the enemy, but it's not. I was scared of hurting you. Since they feel like they are out of control, they can do a lot of stupid things without even noticing themselves. It's first afterwards, when you cry, they realize they did something stupid. It's just like their shadow side is taking them over, the devil on their shoulder. But it's this subconscious. I used you as supply, so whatever that says to you, but it might be one way that they are displaying their shadow. It might be that they are very abusive of other people, and that they use people as gratification to fulfill like a longing for love. For example, they can go from person to person to person to fulfill a hunger inside of them that's never going to be fulfilled. Okay, so I want to see your side of this as well, what you would want to say. I will never stop loving you. We can see you probably still love this person here, but I think you will actually do. You will get over this person. But this is how you have felt the whole time, probably. And you were serious about them while they were acting like they were using you as supply, or they were using you as supply. So you had very different approaches to the situation as well. I was never good enough for you. Sometimes when a person is on a routine to just fill the hole inside of them, they can't recognize a good thing if it stands right in front of them. So it wouldn't have mattered if you were the most good looking, most gorgeous, the richest person in the world with all these amazing personality qualities. They wouldn't have been able to see you anyway. They would just have been able to use you as supply and then move on, because the whole is not being fulfilled by this empty chase of getting attention from other people. It would only be filled by this person finding out what's their trauma, what's happening to them, what happened to them, what's the whole about, what is it that they are longing for, how can they help themselves, how can they support themselves better. So they will make everyone that they are with feel as they were trash. I was a fool. I won't give up on us. I was a fool. It's partly why you're angry, because you couldn't protect yourself from this person. And I won't give up on us. It must be your personality trait. I will never stop loving you. I won't give up on us. You're a very loyal person. And you kind of met your shadow, a person that's not very loyal, because they can't, because they have this big fat shadow that's making them self-destroy all the time. So I think your shadow is maybe not being loyal, and your shadow is things like this, that you take things maybe too serious. So the other side of you that maybe you have in prison, it's like a felon that you can't trust. They can't take responsibility. They're going to use people. But this is another part of you that you need to take inside of you as well, because it is also your protection. When you are with not so nice people, you have some, you can be a little bit obstacle for them. You can say no to them. You can put boundaries. You don't have to immediately just give in to them and be the helpless victim, because this person is probably self-destructive because they're scared of other people and they can't get close to them. So they need to self-destruct so no one will ever get close to them, because if someone gets close, they can hurt them, and that's bad. So they have a really strong protection from their shadow. But your shadow is not helping you at all. It's locked away somewhere, and it's not being a good trooper for you. This anger helps, but and also this dwindling love is helping, because you will give up on this person. But the question is when. How loyal will you be, and for how long? Okay. Since you got 5 cards, I was trying to take some more for this other person. I was acting from my ego. I love someone else. So that might be very much true, since they have they might be putting their effort in many different harbors, okay, with different people. So they might not be loyal towards you. They might be loyal towards someone that's acting the same towards them as they act towards you. It's like the rat on the rope, the cheese, I don't know. It's a story. It's everyone is in love with someone else all the time. I can't forgive. So this is what I feel is in the bottom of this person. Something has happened to them that they have a very hard time getting over, mainly because they can't admit that it ever happened, or they don't want to even look at it because they don't want to feel weak, they don't want to feel vulnerable. So they refuse to look at it, and it's controlling their whole life is what I'm seeing here. So I will take also from Lover's Oracle to see what they would tell you from their soul. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. And I'm thinking their soul is talking about self-love. That this has gone so far and it's so ugly in so many ways that you can't do. The only way forward is to actually realize that you won't get love from this other person. You need to give it to yourself. And their soul loves you, okay, unconditionally, but their awakened self can obviously not show this to you. I will also take from Romance Angels to see where this relationship is heading. So the divine always want to screw with your head because they don't want you to be too sure. And why is that? It's because they want you to get your answers on your own, okay? So they say this could be the one, and your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transform all things. And this is what is your core belief. And I think it has put you in the problem in the first place. Your loyalty. You're too darn loyal. And you don't have to give up on this person. You don't have to stop thinking of them or anything. You can do it. It would be helpful, but you don't have to. What you have to do is start loving yourself properly and deciding what people are allowed to do towards you and what they are not allowed to do towards you. It doesn't matter. You can love the person for eternity, but never ever let them hurt you. So sometimes we need to love people on a distance. Okay, so I'll take a Power of Thought card for you to help you a little bit on the way. Louis Hay. Oop. Life is simple and easy. This is how you need to live your life. Easy choices. Do I like it? No? Then I don't go there. I don't engage in that person. I don't live in a made-up future or I want to believe or I want to have this. We live as life is showing us right now. We're taking the decisions right now. Then life becomes simple and easy, okay? And this is your horse. This is how you help yourself. This is how you are being your own hero, taking yourself where you need to go, protecting yourself also in a battle. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. Okay. So I want you to take that with you. That, read into things with what's really in front of you. What's really being presented. Not what you would want to have happen or what could happen if that person just changed. Or how things should be really, just how it is, and take the truth as it is and make your decision based on them. Okay, so I would urge you to watch your reading, their True Thoughts and Feelings, in the True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably tell you more about this story. And you can also watch from the playlist the what do they want to have happen between you two for your sign. That can also help.
Jet planes in the night sky with you.
Today, if you can't get enough of my readings on YouTube, you can now become a member to my channel and get access to premium content videos. There are 3 different levels to choose from. You can become a supportive member and get personal and spiritual growth readings for the collective.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
The second option is to become an extended member, where you get access to the collective readings from the previous level, and you will also be able to see all the channel's astrological tarot readings for all the signs ahead of time and ads free.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine.
The third option is to become a full member, where you get access to all the perks from the previous levels. And on top of that, you will get short personal readings from me every week. It is very similar to super chat readings, but here you subscribe instead of paying for super chats.
'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you.
There is a lot of other perks that's available for all levels, as membership loyalty badges, custom emojis, and other special features.
I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you. I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that.
If you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see the join button, where you can learn more about the membership. You can also follow the link in the description box to check this out. And if you are still not convinced that this is a good option for you, you can become a member just to support my channel and help me keep on doing readings for all the astrological signs. I hope you will join and we will have so much fun together. Thank you for watching this far. I'm sending you all my love and all my gratitude.